You can't put it into words. That moment when you look into the eyes of the one who is supposed to reassure you, make you feel safe. It only takes an instant. Fear swallows you before you have a chance to make sense of it. And darkness becomes a part of who you are.
They're coming. They're coming now. They're coming. You killed him.
Her world changed that day when the Northmen took him from her. Senua knows that there is no going back to how things were. That there is nothing to go back to at all. Stay still, stay quiet, hide, don't tell her.
Their gods can see into your mind. They will use this power to destroy you.
They won't stop me. I can still feel him.
Whatever's left of him, they will never let him go.
I'm not gonna let him rot here!
You're the one rotting here.
Leave me alone.
You will die here.
No!
And all your suffering will have been for nothing.
Shut up! Dillion? Is that you? I'll find you, my love. I promise.
Hello everyone, as always I am Less10 and this is Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice. This game I've been waiting a long time to actually play. It's been out for a little while now, but ooh, that's creepy. I will say right off the bat, if you are not listening to this with headphones, you really should be, because you will not get the best experience you could from this playthrough if you're not wearing headphones. Oh, the soundtrack is just so good. I tried to go to bed last night listening to the soundtrack for this game. That was a really bad idea. And that leads into the next thing I had to say about this game before we get into it. This will be the one and only warning I will give. This game has to deal with mental illness. And for those of you out there who may suffer from mental illnesses, I will say that this might not be the game for you to watch, just to let you know that, because I care about you and I don't want you to sacrifice your health to watch my videos, and I mean that sincerely. This game has to do with, but not limited to, psychosis, anxiety, depression, suicide, and a whole host of other issues. So I do recommend, again, only warning, if you cannot handle those things, turn away now. But getting into it now, I did just play a little bit of it just to see if it worked, but not a lot, just to see if the everything worked, the graphics-wise, everything. But yeah, let's just get into it, because this is going to be one hell of an experience, no pun intended. Let's get into it. Now, I will say there will be minimal commentary from me during cutscenes, just because of that.
Who are you? Welcome. You're safe with me. I'll be right here.
I've heard that before.
Nice and close so I can speak without alerting the others.
God, in my ear. Oh, headphones, people. Wear the headphones with us.
I'll tell you about Senua. Now, her story has already come to an end, but now it begins anew.
Oh, wow.
What's happening? It's breathing. It's breathing. He knows she's getting closer. He can feel her coming closer. She's getting closer. They're watching. They're watching. They're watching.
This is a journey deep into darkness. They're watching. There will be no more stories after this one.
What is she doing? Why is she doing this? They're watching. Why doesn't she turn coming? She's doing this for him. She wants to rescue him. He's already dead. I feel you coming. Quiet.
Oh, how rude of me. I never told you of the others. You hear them too, right? They've been around ever since the tragedy.
I can move the camera around.
That's not quite true. Some are old, some are new, but they've changed. I think the darkness changed them, just like it changed her.
Can you see them? Over there.
Why isn't she looking?
Why aren't you looking? He's in Helheim.
Look. Up ahead.
In Helheim.
You see it too?
You promised you gave me.
Yes. It is real after all. She's finally arrived in the land of mist and fog. The place the Northmen call Hell.
Turn back. Go back. Go back. It's not safe. Turn back. Go back. Go back. It's not safe.
It's them. They're here.
Can you see them? I can see you.
Look around and you'll see them. The drowned, the sick, the slain. Here they lie, rotting in the fields and rivers of hell. But the dead don't always lie still here.
You see them?
This is not a place of rest.
You can't do this. Go back. Go back. They're going to do that to you. Can you see them? Can you see them? They're going to do that to you. They're watching. Stop. Can you feel them watching? They're watching her. They're watching her. You're so close to the darkness. Go back. Can you feel it?
What is she thinking? I can tell you. She's afraid. Wouldn't you be? You'd think she would get used to it by now after so many years. But the darkness, it just builds onto itself, growing stronger, towering over her. You might try and ignore it, turn away. It's always there, just out of sight, where you're most vulnerable. It's like it knows that just enough light is all you need to see its suffocating power.
They can feel you.
You might think she's brave to go on this journey on her own. But it isn't bravery that drives her. Bravery only means something to those afraid of death. Senua's fear runs far, far deeper. What is she looking at? What is she leaving behind? I know what she's thinking. I hear her thoughts. It's not too late to get into the boat and go back. No one will judge her. No one will ever know. Oh, she heard us. There's no going back.
You can't do it.
Senua pushes away a world that conspired to cause so much suffering. There's nothing to go back to, and worse to look forward to. Why don't you join us? Maybe you too have a part to play in this story.
Oh my god, guys. That was an amazing intro to this game. Like I said, if you weren't listening to that with headphones, that was incredible. The voices that she was hearing this whole time... I just saw that grass move in a really weird way. I'm not sure if you guys saw that too. The voices she hears is part of the psychosis. Now, I will also say, and I meant to say this earlier, I'm no mental health expert. I am not a psychiatrist. I am not a doctor. You know, I will do my best to interpret things the way I can, but I could be wrong. And don't be afraid to call me out in the comment section if I'm wrong. You know, it's a learning process, obviously. But oh, that intro though, and just the headphones, just listening, like some of the voices were so faint you could barely hear them, but they were saying things that, like, they counteract what you're trying to do. They contradict what you're attempting to do. And it's such a interesting experience. And I love the graphics, by the way. Look, this is one of the more realistic games I've played. Right up there with The Witcher 3, I think. Just with the beauty of the graphics. I think this even surpasses The Witcher 3's graphics. But I'm just going to fiddle with a couple settings here real quick, and we'll get right back into it. All right, we're back. I got everything set, I think. Everything looks pretty good. Oh, I love the motion. It's very smooth. A little bit of motion blur. I don't typically like motion blur, but I don't think I can turn that off. But I turned the subtitles on. So now the top of your screen will be the voices. The bottom of the screen will be the narrator's voice, which is that one woman that was very clear.
Look really clearly. Focus, Senua. Focus. Focus, and you'll see. What happens if you focus?
Do not forget my stories, Senua. Because your darkness comes from hell, and your fate lies there. They say the burning of a corpse will take you straight to Hela's gate, but gods and the living will follow this path. You must leave the Isles of Orkney across the eastern sea, and find a road that leads north and down through deep, dark valleys. After 9 nights of riding, you will follow a great river, and will find a bridge covered in gold. The path to Helheim goes from there, across the River of Knives that flows from the dark world of Niflheim.
Right, okay, so I gotta find a road north and down a valley. It's gonna take me 9 days, and I don't know why the audio keeps cutting out. It's very annoying. Ooh, that didn't sound good. Okay. Oh wow, that storm's picking up real nice. Oh my god. What is that sound? Holy shit.
Darkness is coming. It yearns for life. Hungers for it. Like a pack of wolves on a hunt. It's not stopping.
Wow.
Not this time.
Wow. That was intense. Not gonna lie. Helheim.
Land of mist and fog. The old fool was right. What was it he said? The river of knives across which lies the halls of hell. The place they call Helheim.
He's lost. He's lost.
Where are you?
There's no doubt about it. The source of the darkness is in Helheim. And the goddess Hela holds his soul there. Her dear beloved, Dillian.
Now, if you guys are not familiar with what the story of this game is, I'll just give a brief rundown. Senua, her village was attacked by the Northmen. They killed her fiancé, basically, and she's going to go recover him from Helheim, otherwise Hell. That's his head that she's carrying. The reason being is because the Norse believed that the seat of the soul was in the head, or in the skull. So that's why she's carrying her fiancé's head around. It might sound... God damn, will you shut up, please? I'm trying to narrate here.
Bridge to Helheim. I forget its name. She forgets too.
Yeah.
But she does remember that only the dead may cross it.
Oh. Look at the
That
waves.
wasn't so easy to forget.
Look at the waves.
The old fool said there was a hidden path up
Oh
to
my
it.
god, look how beautiful that is.
Let's see, shall we?
That is a beautiful wave mechanic. I'm sorry, but I have to stand and admire that for a moment. That is absolutely gorgeous. Sorry, had to. So she's on a mission, and when all this went down, she developed psychosis and a host of other issues that definitely are having an effect on her. That's why we're having this conversation with ourselves, pretty much. Good God. Well, somehow we have to get up there. And it looks like there's a hidden path. They said there was a hidden path somewhere up this way, so it's probably near this waterfall here. Now, this is a bit of a puzzle game. I don't know if this is going to be like Tomb Raider-esque or what. I just know that it's going to be close to that, I think.
The Northmen speak of 9 worlds. The world of men they call Midgard. Sky gods dwell in Asgard. The gods of earth, harvest, wind, and sea dwell in Vanaheim. The good elves dwell in Alfheim.
Alfheim, yeah, that's... Yep.
The evil ones dwell in Svartalfheim. The mountain giants dwell in Jotunheim. The fire giants dwell in Muspelheim. Niflheim is the world of ice and darkness. Only the dead dwell in Helheim. And that is where you must travel.
Don't look.
That's the way.
See how they can be encouraging, but also not encouraging? You might have seen in the beginning of this video, I put in the trailer for this, just to give a little bit of story, and how they were saying, you know, they're coming now. It's a lot of...
You're in danger.
See? Like that.
Quickly, go, quickly.
Just saying that she's in danger. Just and in reality, she was, but she wasn't. She had that under control. She was able to get across that, but they made it sound like it was going to collapse on her, and that was probably a fear she was having.
Just drop down. Why is she going down? What's down there? So brave. You're not safe. Stop.
See what they're doing? That's just... Oh.
Where have you been? Why did she do that? She shouldn't have done it. She can't go back now.
No, this is it. The hidden path.
Okay, so we're in a cave. Whoa, okay, that's... If that's not the gateway to hell, I don't know what is. Oh, wow. Oh, very nice with the Norse symbols, though. That's actually... I recognize some of those, in fact.
It's going to hurt you.
Well, it's not necessarily a dangerous...
Don't kill me. I'm not one of them. Don't listen. I was just hiding. I find I live longer that way. Don't listen. I'll never let the bastards catch me again. Never! Wait. Who are you?
Druth? Is that you?
For my tales of the Northmen, they call me Druth. A liar.
He's lost.
An old fool. Druth is my truth.
It's good to see you again. You kept your vow.
Guide you in this life and the next. I will tell you my stories of hell, if I may walk with you.
Tell me your stories again, old friend. I'm listening.